Hello, and welcome to coverage of Grin's Gore for the custom standard format. I'm Caillou, and today we're going to be watching the Swiss round 3 match between Zarepath, who's playing Jeskai Dune Control, and Cftsoc, who's playing 4-color Harmonize together. So Zarepath's deck is essentially a slow a slow controlling type deck which aims to win by using its titular card Choking Dunes to basically just ping your opponent for a bunch. Essentially, Choking Dunes at the beginning of your end step pings an opponent, or actually any target, for X damage, where X is the number of lands in your graveyard. As a result, Zarepath has a bunch of fetch lands which allow him to up the land count in his graveyard, as well as Choking Dunes' own ability, which allows you to discard cards on your upkeep. Meanwhile, Cftsoc is playing 4-color Harmonize together, as I mentioned before. It's essentially like a weird combo aggro mid-range deck. It has the titular combo of Travel Together plus Soul of New Allures, but it also has, or Travel Together plus Soul of New Allures plus Whoopip Chef. It also has cards like this, Protect the Farm, which create token value over time. It can use those tokens to either aggro out and win the game, or it can use harmonized cards to generate overwhelming value with other cards like Art Studio, which allow you to trigger them multiple times. Anyway, Zarepath is just going to run out of writing here. One of the really powerful cards for tap-out control decks. It basically functions as a draw 2, and then once you get to last mode, it cheapens all spells you cast by 1. Makes it easier to play win cons plus hold-up interaction, or even play multiple win cons in a single turn. Okay, so Cftsoc going to play an Ascending Spires, which triggers a Protect the Farm, and then it's going to run out an Enthralling Actor while Zarepath is tapped, getting to draw a card. Enthralling Actor is one of the cards that I mentioned before that uses the Harmonize mechanic. Essentially, they have ETB effects, but you can also replace their ETB effects with ones of another Harmonized creature, and there are cards which allow you to trigger Harmonize on things other than ETB. For example, Soul of New Allures, which allows you to tap 2 creatures to Harmonize, and Art Studio, which is a land which allows you to Harmonize by paying 1. So Zarepath is just going to be holding up 4 mana and then passing. Speaking of Art Studio, there it is. Generates a token off of the Soldier. Can just swing in for 2 right here. Or actually, no. Yeah, it's just going to swing in with Enthralling Actor. Soldier has Vigilance, so it doesn't need to tap. And then can hold up Art Studio to use the Harmonize ability. Interesting that Cftsoc isn't playing anything else, but it also kind of makes sense. Cftsoc has a board here, no reason to let something get countered, especially if Zarepath has an Epic of Ekbrom, which can get multiple modes off. And the Art Studio allows him to draw a card in response to removal. Such as at Blazing Offerings, yep, can cast it for 1 mana because writing is now on 3. In response is going to Harmonize, draw a card, but still loses the Enthralling Actor regardless. I think Zarepath must have more removal. Or maybe not. Like, Enthralling Actor drawing a card every turn does kind of suck. So maybe it was just like, okay, I'm going to Blazing Offerings now before the card advantage can get 2 out of hand. But also I feel like you want to run out stronger, or save the removal for like stronger cards. Cftsoc going to try and run out a beautiful Crescendo right here, but it's going to get Sand Warped, which probably makes sense because Cftsoc can use this to search for either another Enthralling Actor or just straight up a combo piece. So once again, Cftsoc generating another token off of the Protect the Farm. What's even more worrying is that Cftsoc also has these fetch lands up, so can crack them to get even more soldiers. And a tap 2 for Sporeflow Protector. Zarepath can't really counter this. And Sporeflow Protector is also an amazing main deck answer to basically everything Zarepath is doing, because it can exile all lands from Zarepath's graveyard, and then Choking Dunes is just dead. And also on end here, Cftsoc can, if Cftsoc has a land in hand, makes 2 more soldier tokens, and then can swing out for, is that going to be lethal if he cracks a Protect the Farm? I think it will be lethal. So Zarepath like needs a wipe here. And has the wipe, there's the Wrath of Mod, is going to upload the Sporeflow Protector, because the tokens won't survive being uploaded. But yeah, that's like the perfect draw for Zarepath right there. In response, Cftsoc is going to Germinate? I'm actually kind of sus of that play, because if Cftsoc had kept those lands up, he could have cracked them to have soldier tokens and then kept up the pressure on Zarepath's life total. I guess his worry was if Zarepath had, but Zarepath couldn't even cast choking dunes there. Yeah, I don't think I agree with that play from Cftsoc unless I was missing something. But yeah, gonna play another Ascending Spires, has a soldier token right here, and again, once again, is threatening lethal next turn. He's gonna download the Spore Flow Protector and then can replay it off of the Fractured Remnant. Oh, it's just passing. Huh. Interesting. I guess Cftsoc thought is, if Zarepath has another wipe, then no point in Spore Flow Protectoring again and extending my board. And he just wins by triple cracking Ascending Spires, making soldier tokens, and then winning. So Zarepath's going to play a Field of Ruin, crack it to kill the Art Studio, which is a good play because Art Studio is really what helps Cftsoc get so much value, but also might not have been the best idea because now Cftsoc not cracking the lands on end? I feel like that's a misplay because Cftsoc just cracked the lands on end, could have swung in for lethal here because it would have been an exact total of 15 damage. And Zarepath doesn't have any instant speed wipes main. Yeah, I don't know why Cftsoc didn't do that. It's not as though the land ability is counterable as well. Well, actually, I guess one instant speed wipe that Zarepath could have is a big Epic of Ekbrom, which functions as a wipe because it allows Zarepath to bounce all of the tokens. But if Cftsoc cracks all of his fetch lands, we'll get a total of, or actually could just crack 2 of them right now, and then keep up another 2 in case of Epic of Ekbrom. Oh no, it's going to crack them all. So Zarepath can Epic of Ekbrom X equals 6, but then we'll have to use all of the modes to bounce Cftsoc soldiers, and even then, 1 will still be alive. So he's going to swing in for 7, threatening lethal on Zarepath next turn. And Zarepath doesn't have anything. This means Cftsoc can crack the Protect the Farm. Okay, he's not going to crack the Protect the Farm before damage. Just going to swing in on Zarepath for 7. No need to get greedy, especially because Cftsoc has lethal next turn. Yeah, Zarepath needs another Wrath of Mod or Epic of Ekbrom right here. And there's the Wrath of Mod. Yeah, it does punish Cftsoc for cracking all of his fetches right there. And then just going to pass. Now Cftsoc is in a little bit of a bind. On end though, does he have? He has the beautiful Crescendo. At this point, Zarepath is at the range where like 2 bolts will kill him. So grabbing an Exciting Band here might not be a bad idea. If Cftsoc already has an Art Studio or like an Exciting Band, whichever one Cftsoc doesn't have in hand, and then can just go to town. Yep, here's an Exciting Band. Now Zarepath only has 2 cards left in hand, but if one of those cards is an Epic of Ekbrom, things get really hairy. And on end, gonna crack the last of his fetches, get a soldier token. Cftsoc has a full clutch of cards. What is he gonna do with it? So he's just gonna swing in with the soldier for 1 first. Plays a Vibrant Locale, gets another soldier. He's gonna try to run out of Spore Flow Protector. It resolves. What are Zarepath's last 2 cards? Or is it just more lands? But yeah, Zarepath just saying GG, I guess did not have the answers that game. Had the double Wrath of Mod, but Cftsoc could just recover in time. And Spore Flow Protector basically stopped Zarepath from ever being able to actually have a win con. In game 2 though, I know Zarepath has Incandescent Rain from the side, which is really good against Cftsoc deck, so I think bringing some of those in could really help, because being an instant speed wipe allows Zarepath to be able to combat Cftsoc's combo finish. Other than that, I'm not sure what adaptation Zarepath can really make. Cftsoc's deck is just really good at both putting on pressure and also recovering from significant setbacks such as the Wrath of Mods, and also has main deck hate for Zarepath's win con. It's not a good combination. Okay, getting into game 2 here. Both players opening up with tapped lands, except in Zarepath's case, it's fetch land into one of the tapped Araloot lands. Zarepath going first here could really hopefully help out his tempo, because ability to hold up counterspells sooner, etc. But also I don't know if it'll be enough against Cftsoc's deck, because it can just hold up its pieces until it's ready to combo off. And already has an art studio. Cftsoc can be able to run out a Humble Shepherd that also helps speed up his ability to combo out, and just provides a reasonable clock or a way to put pressure on. It's not fast enough to really give Zarepath pause if he's going to try and combo off, but it does get in some early damage that Cftsoc can finish off with Exciting Band plus Art Studio. The two bodies are also relevant if he has a Soul of New Allures and wants to Harmonize. Oh, and Cftsoc has the Travel Together. That's one part of the combo. Zarepath going to Coordinated Commotion that, returning nothing. Unfortunately, this still leaves Zarepath or Cftsoc with well, actually at this point 1 mana, because Art Studio needs to fix. But if Cftsoc has a second Travel Together, oh no, has the Humble Shepherd as well, I forgot. So 2 mana. Well, actually 3 mana, never mind, because Humble Shepherd fixes for any color, and at that point you can just use Art Studio and Ascending Spires for extra mana. So just going to Enthralling Actor and draw a card. And now, because Cftsoc has Art Studio, can just keep chugging out cards every turn. So Zarepath just played a Field of Ruin and passed. I'm surprised he didn't immediately crack it while Cftsoc was tapped out to kill this Art Studio. Cftsoc going to start by just swinging in with the Enthralling Actor. But yeah, also leaving the Field of Ruin up is also feels bad, because I think if Cftsoc has a Protect the Farm here, you're going to have to give him a token by killing the Art Studio, unless you do it in response to that. Okay, Cftsoc sitting on 4 mana here. Or could be trying to do 2 plus Art Studio. Huh, it's just going to pass. Again, I guess this is like the previous game where Cftsoc like, well, okay, answer my stuff. And Zarepath is going to do that, shoot the Field of Ruin. In response, Cftsoc is going to draw a card off the Enthralling Actor, which again is why I think Zarepath should have done this on his own turn. But I guess he was worried about, maybe Zarepath was worried about the 1-turn combo finish. Cftsoc would not have had enough mana for that, because he would have only had 6 mana. Ooh, and in response to all of this is going to cast Beautiful Crescendo. Search for a second Art Studio? Yeah, that's unfortunate for Zarepath. So Zarepath's going to be playing another land and passing. But yeah, the longer that Zarepath does nothing, the longer it gives Cftsoc to just keep poking in with Enthralling Actor plus Humble Shepherd. And if Zarepath ever taps out, then Cftsoc can also just threaten to 1-turn combo. Of course, if Zarepath has Sandwarp, that becomes less of a concern. And ooh, is going to Protect the Farm? Why? I don't know why Cftsoc didn't Protect the Farm and then Art Studio, but it might be so that he can Harmonize in response to removal in response to the Protect the Farm. Instead, Zarepath's going to tap out for an X = 4 Sink into Doubt. Unfortunately, Zarepath forgot that Cftsoc has the Humble Shepherd to pay 4 mana for it, and then allowing the Protect the Farm to resolve. Yeah, that was definitely an oversight on Zarepath's part. And now Cftsoc can swing in for 2 with the Enthralling Actor. Now Protect the Farm plus fetches starts being real scary for Zarepath. It's back to the same situation as game 1. Except hopefully this time Zarepath has more wipes sighted in. So Zarepath going to run out the Sarasa, +2 her, discarding a Zephyr Peak. But yeah, probably has another Coordinated Commotion, and that's why Zarepath felt comfortable running out the Sarasa now. Also probably wanted to run out the Sarasa before Cftsoc had a board that could immediately kill her. So Cftsoc going to play the Fractured Remnant, gets a Soldier, and going to try to run out a Soul of New Allures. This might just be counterbait, honestly, because Cftsoc sees that Zarepath has... And Zarepath is going to let it resolve. Is scary for Zarepath, though, because now Cftsoc can basically get 2 Harmonized triggers every round. So Enthralling Actor is just going to be drawing Cftsoc into God knows how many cards. And start a combat, going to swing in for 4 with the Enthralling Actor plus Humble Shepherd, right at Sarasa. Zarepath's just going to take that damage. And then gonna tap the sheep and a soldier to harmonize Soul of New Allures, making it a 4/3. Sarasa dies. And still has Ascending Spires plus Art Studio up in order to draw a card if Zarepath threatens removal. And Zarepath with the main phase Incandescent Rain. That's not going to kill this Humble Shepherd though. In response, Zarepath's going to harmonize the Enthralling Actor. Yup, draw a card. Or could actually buff up Enthralling Actor. Yeah, it's going to buff up Enthralling Actor in response and save it. Oh no. Unless Zarepath has 2 Incandescent Rains here, it's going to be a world of hurt. And no, Zarepath doesn't. Just going to run out the Wall of Mysteries. Yeah, I don't know how Zarepath gets out of this one. I guess one thing that Zarepath could do is, if he gets a Choking Dunes, could try to shoot Cftsoc creatures. But again, the Soul of New Allures makes it so hard because they're just going to keep growing bigger and bigger. So Cftsoc going to swing in for 6 right here. Zarepath's going to block the Enthralling Actor. Not going to pump any of them up. Is just going to hold up the Art Studio, which I think at this point makes sense. No need to rush into trying to kill Zarepath because Cftsoc just has that grueling inevitability. The Field of Ruin could help though. It's going to immediately crack the Field of Ruin to shoot Art Studio. In response, is going to use it and then draw a card or buff up. I think drawing a card, since Cftsoc only has 3 cards in hand, might be best to just draw. Yeah, it's just going to draw a card right there. Because if Zarepath follows this up with a Wrath of Mod, it could be potentially painful. And gets a Plains, which means Protect the Farm makes another soldier. Now that Cftsoc has 2 creatures, it also means that Cftsoc can harmonize again with Soul of New Allures. And Zarepath's once again just going to pass. Unless Zarepath has a second Incandescent Rain here, I think Cftsoc can just swing in for lethal on his turn. Okay, Cftsoc going to harmonize on end, draw another card off Soul of New Allures. But yeah, if Cftsoc just cracks the Protect the Farm and then swings in with everything, Zarepath can block a maximum of 5 damage. And then, oh wait, so it's not quite lethal. It would have been lethal if Cftsoc actually has 1 more land here, then he can do it, because he cracks both of the Ascending Spires, gets 2 tokens for Protect the Farm, pays 6 to crack Protect the Farm, buffs everything, swings in for a total of 5 plus 6, 11, and then whichever one Zarepath doesn't block, he Soul of New Allures with the 2 soldier tokens that he creates off the Ascending Spires in order to give 2 +1/+1 counters, hits Zarepath for exactly 13. So yeah, Cftsoc going to swing with everything. Now, is Cftsoc going to go for it all or just... Nope, it's just going to hit Zarepath for 5. Once again, I guess it's just going for that inevitability. On end, Zarepath, yeah, and that makes sense, I guess, is going to Epic of Ekbrom. X equals 3, draw 3 cards. Yeah, it really needs to hit a wipe at this point. So Zarepath is going to first run out the Wall of Mysteries, trying to get more information. Drew into a land, I guess, because he's going to play the Plains. And then run out of writing, just going to dig even deeper. And there's the Wrath of Mod. Finally hit it, I guess. In response, Cftsoc going to harmonize and draw a card off the Enthralling Actor. Isn't going to crack the Spires now, because I guess can just crack the Spires on end. Yeah, on end can crack both of the Ascending Spires for soldier tokens. And then, if Cftsoc has an Exciting Band here, I think Zarepath is just dead. No, it doesn't have enough mana to Exciting Band plus crack Protect the Farm. But it just swings in for 2 this turn, and then can crack Protect the Farm next turn and kill Zarepath. And that doesn't take any mana. So, it takes mana. Sorry, it doesn't take Cftsoc casting any cards, so Zarepath can't counter it. So Cftsoc gonna run out an Enthralling Actor from his hand. Harmonize makes Soul of New Allures a creature, actually, instead of drawing a card. Zarepath hasn't played a land this turn, so if he has a land, Soul of New Allures plus Protect the Farm is lethal. So yeah, is gonna animate Soul of New Allures. I guess it doesn't have an extra land, so it's just gonna swing in for 5 right here. Put Zarepath down to 3, and if Cftsoc has the Exciting Band, and Zarepath doesn't have the Sand Warp, this is game. Oh, actually, never mind. Because the soldiers have vigilance, Cftsoc can tap them to activate Soul of New Allures, and then has the beautiful crescendo from hand to buff up his creatures using Soul of New Allures. Oh my god, yeah. And Cftsoc just cleanly wins. Oh, and apparently Zarepath is one land off being able to play Choking Dunes and run out the Incandescent Rain. That's super unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think there's much Zarepath could have done there. Cftsoc deck is just really, really good at basically playing around common ways of control interaction and recovering a board from interaction. It just generates so much value, puts on constant unending pressure, and Protect the Farm gives it so much both reach and ability to rebuild. Okay, good games to Cftsoc, good games to Zarepath, and until next time, this is Caillou signing off. Oh, actually, one last thing is that notably, this solidifies the match to decide who's 4-0. Cftsoc will be playing against Plipster, who is on Jund Mutants, as both of them are the only 3-0 players right now. Whoever wins will go 4-0 in the Swiss portion of this tournament, and thus will have first seed going into our top 4. That also means that both Cftsoc and Plipster are obviously now locked for the cut to top 4, so we'll definitely be seeing more of them in the future. But yeah, excited for that, and until we get to the cut to top 4, I'll see you all next time on Swiss Round 4.